Ridin Durty Radio. Let's go!
Ridin Durty Radio. Ridin, 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 dirty, ridin, 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 dirty, ridin, 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 dirty, ridin, dirty.
Ridin Durty Radio.
I love Ridin Durty Radio. Like that, once again, it's on.
And just like that, once again, it's on. What's up, world? It's your boy, Vic XL. This is the Ridin Durty Show, the Ridin Durty Podcast. We bring you what's next now in hip-hop, R&B, and everyday life. We bridge the gap between hip-hop, entertainment, and regular everyday life. There are no stars here, just common people with great stories to tell. Now, I gotta say one time for everybody on the Facebook Live check-in. What's up, B-Mo? Welcome back to Facebook, my guy. What's up, Lavari? I definitely see you've been doing great things, man. Hey, man, everybody out there on the grind who's been a friend or family member of the Ridin Durty Show, man, I love you guys. You two guys on the check-in right now, love you guys, man. Happy to see you back. B-Mo, Lavari, keep grinding. All right, today is no different than any other day on the Ridin Durty Show, and we're going to bring you that good. I got a great author on the line, and we're going to get into it. But before we do, we got to get into, let me get my chair right. We got to get into this everyday business. First of all, everyday business of, I got to say one time for Dr. Juice Cleanse. That's right, if it wasn't for Dr. Juice Cleanse, you might not be checking out the Ridin Durty Show right now. So, what Dr. Juice Cleanse is an all-natural cleanser. An all-natural cleanser that promises to do all kind of great things for your body, like help you lose up to 25 pounds in 10 days. Now, that's my favorite one. That's my favorite one because, you know, as hard as I try, the older I get, the pounds just don't goddamn go nowhere. They don't go nowhere. I can go to the gym. I can cut grass with the push more. I can have enormous amounts of sex. But it don't matter because the pounds don't go nowhere. Because the older you get, that metabolism slows down. And they say what you have when you get older, it might be what you take with you. So, with that being said, I try to get me a swig of Dr. Juice Cleanse every day to cut down on it. Because it can help me lose weight. It can cleanse my body of mucus and toxins. And when I have less mucus and toxins in my body, that means my breath is better and my poo-poo don't stink so bad and I don't run my wife out the room. Now, there's a lot of fellas out there, when you pass gas or you use the bathroom, your lady leaves. It ain't what you ate, bro. It's because you never cleansed your system. And you might need to get some Dr. Juice Cleanse to cleanse your system. All right? Cleanse your system. Please. Stop running your lady out the room. Also, it can slow down the aging process. I know a lot of you 30-year-olds who look 50. 50. You need some Dr. Juice Cleanse. It can also help relieve stress. Now, even though I might be sweating and I might seem a little stressed, I'm not. I'm in a great place. I'm feeling good because I'm on that Dr. Juice Cleanse, boy. It helps relieve stress. But you know what? Don't just take my word for it. Because you might be like, Vic, you just lying trying to sell a product. I don't get no money for saying this. Dr. Juice Cleanse is an independently owned company by an independent person that I know and been knowing for years who's doing great things. Actually, a former artist. He started this company. He decided that, you know what? Enough of the rap. Now I got to save lives. And he started Dr. Juice Cleanse. So one time for my guy Young Lone, the delivery guy, founder of Dr. Juice Cleanse. But don't take my word for it. Don't even take his word for it. Go to drjuicecleanse.com. Everything is spelled the right way. drjuicecleanse.com. found out more about this amazing product, get you some, and you mention your boy Vic XL in the Ridin Durty show, and they might just toss you a little nice little family discount. All right, tell them Vic XL sent you, and I appreciate you guys and I love you guys. All right. Now today is Thursday, July the 12th. Thursday, July 12th, and I always gotta say happy birthday to the good. Let me stop. If you ever want your birthday mentioned on the Ridin Durty show, or someone's birthday mentioned on the Ridin Durty show, go to my Facebook page, Vic XL Walker, and just DM me and say, hey Vic, mention my whoever's birthday, and I'll do that for you, all right? Or you can shoot me an email at bigvicxl@gmail.com, and that's bigvicxl@gmail.com, and I'll be glad to shout out your birthday. All right, today, again, is July the 12th, Thursday, July the 12th. I got to say happy birthday. First, I got to say happy birthday to former Ruthless record rapper. She was in a group that never came out, formed by Eazy-E, called GMB, but her name was Silky Fine. She later on went to have a good run. She had a very strong song. Silky Fine, y'all look it up. SYLKE Fine. She turns 41 years old today, representing that West Coast and that California. Gotta say happy birthday to Mr. Bill Cosby. Love him or hate him or feel however you feel about Bill, he turns 81 years old today. He's done some awesome things in our community, and some people might feel like he's done some not so well things in our community. But you know what? Bill Cosby gave us two things I really enjoyed, so he'll always be a hero in my book. He gave us the Fat Albert Show, and he gave us the Cosby Show. And those two things, to me, will make him legendary, to me. And you can feel how you want to feel. If he done that to those women, I don't care. He has a birthday. I do care, but it doesn't tarnish his legacy for those two things. The Cosby Show and the Fat Albert Show, I will greatly be indebted to those two shows. So happy birthday, Bill. You turned 81 years old today. You know what? I'm an extreme wrestling fan, so I got to say happy birthday to my man, Brock Lesnar. He turns 41 years old today. It seems like he's trying to make a comeback in UFC. Hopefully we'll see him in the UFC Octagon soon, but he turns 41 years old today. I also got to say happy birthday to one of the hosts to one of my favorite daytime shows, Miss Lonnie Love. She turns 47 years old today. Now, I'm going to be honest, I did not realize Lonnie was that old. So, hey, you wear it well, but she's definitely doing her thing on the real. Very, very entertaining show. I like it when I work third shift, so when I wake up, I check out the reel. But I like what Lonnie does. So happy birthday to her. She turns 47 years old today. I also got to say rest in peace and happy birthday to my one of the comedians that definitely, to me, he was underrated, but he definitely done his thing. I got to say rest in peace and happy birthday to Mr. Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy will be 59 years old today. So definitely happy birthday to Charlie Murphy. I just got a chance to watch season 3 of Power. And actually season 4. And Charlie Murphy had a very significant role in season 4. And I think that might have been the last of his acting roles. So if you want to see some catch up on Charlie Murphy, go check out Power season 4. The first 5 episodes, he's definitely doing his thing in there. And man, gotta say happy birthday to this guy. He might be in a little trouble. I'm not sure how this thing is going to play out, but I gotta say happy birthday to Buffalo Bill running back LaShawn McCoy. We're glad we got you off the Eagles and out the NFC West, East. I'm glad you don't play my Cowboys twice a year. But LaShawn, I don't know what the hell you done did. You had your ex-girlfriend living in your house. Now they say somebody ran up in there and beat the hell out of her. They said you did it, had somebody. I don't know what's going on, LaShawn. But happy birthday, bro. It's your 30th birthday. Please don't get your ass locked up on your birthday. Because they are on your tail, buddy. They are on your tail. I don't know if you did that. I hope you didn't. But, they say you and your girl broke up. They say you wanted her out. They say she wouldn't leave. They say you let her stay rent-free. Then they say somebody ran up in the house. Seemed like he didn't, no forced entry. And he asked for some personal things that you gave her back and hit her in the face with the pistol. LaShawn, I hope you had nothing to do with that, bro. I hope you had nothing to do with that. And if you did, I hope they don't lock you up on your birthday. Okay? Okay. All right. Happy birthday, LaShawn McCoy. And last but not least, man, I'm checking my Facebook list of my friends and family on Facebook, and I got to say happy birthday to South Top Dog, one of my favorite DJs, especially representing that South Side. Happy birthday to my man, DJ Ace. All right, Ace, hope you're definitely doing your thing out there and enjoying your day. Real quick, let me give y'all some little hip-hop news. Oh, man, it seemed like they have started a petition. A lot of y'all might not know this, but in 2001, my man Charlamagne the God was accused of raping a 15-year-old. Now, he was basically, he pleaded the thing out and took some lesser charges. And, well, you know what? South Carolina has no statute of limitation. So this happened in 2001. Well, guess what? The girl that was 15 then is 32 now, and she has lawyered up. And she's bringing those allegations back, and she wants retribution, which means she wants a check. And you know what? They've also started a petition to have Charlamagne removed from the Breakfast Club because of this act. Now, Charlamagne said he didn't do this. He said he threw a party, he left, and they just tried to make an example out of him in South Carolina. I don't know what's going to happen, but you know what? She's kicking up dust from this 2001 case when she was 15. Now she's 32. You know, a lot of people say a lot of these women in the Me Too movement are waiting a long time coming back. A lot of people saying they're attacking these people after they get money. I don't know what the case may be, but at the time this happened, Charlamagne was 22 years old. She was 15. She said she was drugged, and she woke up with a guy on top of her. They went to the hospital. They took... they basically checked out, said she was sexually assaulted. When the DNA came back, it wasn't Charlamagne, but they still charged him, lesser charge. Anyway, Charlamagne, I hope this doesn't hurt your career. Keep doing your thing, bro. And, man, they found you not guilty in 2001. I'm not really sure what this lady is after, but we're going to see. All right, one time my man DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled is definitely doing his thing. He feels like, you know what, he done got so popular. He got Ciroc. He got Weight Watchers. Well, now DJ Khaled has a brand new soap, and he says, Dove soap, I'm coming for that ass. Okay? Khaled say he got some soap, and he's trying to get at Dove. He wants you to bathe with his hip-hop soap. I will let you guys know the name of the soap a little later, but one time for DJ Khaled, and me being the hip-hop guy I will definitely be buying DJ Khaled's soap. 2 quick pieces and I'm out of here. All right, number 1. I just said happy birthday to Lil' Kim yesterday. Well, she's finna hit us with her 5th studio album. So one time for Lil' Kim. Hopefully that thing will be a banger. And Childish Gambino just released his first single off his new album, Summertime Magic. Y'all thought This Is America was the first single. Nope, that was just a visual for the world. New album's coming. First single, Summertime Magic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's the hip-hop news. That is celebrity birthdays. And we told you our sponsor. Now it's time for us to do what we like to do best, and that's run our mouth and talk to the good people out there in the community, moving and shaking. So today is no different from no other day on the Ridin Durty show. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whether you're checking out this show live or whether you're checking it out on any of our replays, whether it's on SoundCloud, Mixcloud, iTunes, WRFG, or Beat Break Radio, however you listen to the Ridin Durty show, I want you to welcome to the show author Miss Jean Chouteau. How you doing, ma'am?
Good. All the love is so exciting. I appreciate it, and I send it back to you and all the listeners. Hey.
Hey, man, I am so glad you're here. The first thing I got to ask, because I am from the South, and I am known to mess up some names. Did I say it correctly?
You absolutely did say it correctly, so I appreciate that. I really do. So it is Jean Chouteau, so I absolutely appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Miss Jean, let's begin your journey. Let the world know, first of all, where Miss Jean Chouteau is from, and when did you decide to become an author?
Okay, so I am from Baltimore, Maryland.
B-Town.
I do reside in Calvert County now. Yeah, but I am from Baltimore. Linden Avenue. Yeah, let's do it. So I kind of started writing this book. Well, it kind of wrote us. It wrote our family. So the book grew from tragedy and just a lot of things going on within our family. At the time, I had 4 children. At the time, they were very young. So I started to tell this story to them every other year. And then it just kind of grew and grew and grew. And we decided, hey, you know what? Let's put this down. Let's make it a book. And now it's a book. So we're very excited. People just kind of really went like wildfires. People thought, oh, this book is so good. This book is so good. It's so funny. These characters, oh my goodness. So it was just that. It kind of wrote its own story. So we just had to do it. We had to put it on paper. And once we put it on paper, it created its own lane. So we're blessed in that way. And now I have 5 grandkids. So that gives you the time span of it. And that it really went through a lot of development. And the stories itself are really fun and thought out.
Okay. All right, Miss Jean. We're going to come back to the book. Because you done said 2 very interesting things. 2 very interesting things that we got to address right now. First of all, you said you have 4 kids. correct?
Yes.
All right, then you
Every
said,
time.
now you got 5 grandkids.
Right.
Miss Jean, I seen your
The one
picture.
started the book.
Hold on, I seen your pictures. You look young. Have you found the fountain of youth? What are y'all drinking in
Well, I'm
BMO?
gonna tell you what. I give God all glory, I tell you what. But it definitely, maybe, you know, I'm still going to try that juice cleanse, though, and I'm going to use your discount, too. I'm going to use your discount, but thank you. I do appreciate that. But, yeah, no, that's really nice of you to say. I don't know what to say other than thank you. I really do appreciate that compliment. But, yeah, I mean, I think it is important to, you know, try to stay as young as possible. But I do have 5 grandkids, and at the time we started the book, I had 4 young kids. So, again, it's been a journey.
All right. What's it like growing up in Bmore, African-American female, and turning your dreams and ambition into entrepreneurship? How challenging was that, and being a mother?
Okay, so it all didn't happen in Baltimore. I was born in Baltimore, but I migrated between what we call the DMV, which is D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. So between those 3 places, I initially began this, like, wanted to write poetry, and then I started some kind of way. This show probably isn't long enough, but I started working in the music industry, so I managed some people, and that kind of took over my life, and then I had to get serious about it and get a real job, because then, you know, I had 4 kids, okay? So then, in doing that, you know, I just always still wrote, and again, through all those years, we were just telling the story out loud. We weren't putting it on paper. We would just pick it up wherever we left off. That's how it grew. And then, you know, over the last year, we started putting it on paper. Or maybe the last year and a half, we started putting it on paper. So during those years, we were just telling the story like folk literature amongst our family, you know, to each other. And so, yeah, so that's kind of how it all started. I just kind of started off doing one thing. And that's what the whole book is about. The book is about purpose and finding it in any circumstance, you know, and that's the theme of it. And that's what our lives were. And that's exactly what we did. And so, you know, it was a joy. It was a joy. And I do enjoy Baltimore. I'm back there often. I do have family still there. So and I'm not far from it now, but I do certainly take pride in being from Baltimore. A lot of great, strong women, to your earlier question, you know, have come from Baltimore. One of my favorites, Lady Day, Billie Holiday. So I told you I'm old, right? So now you know I'm old. We're talking about Billie Holiday and not Monique or Jada Pinkett. So, you know, I feel encouraged, you know, by that. But it is hard. It's hard out here as a man or a woman. It's hard out here if you don't know your purpose. When you know your purpose, things line up, you know, and that's what the book is about.
Finding your purpose. And, you know, I definitely can appreciate something like this, because a lot of, especially our young adults, they don't know their purpose. And not knowing your purpose can definitely lead you down a path that you don't even want to go.
Exactly. Now, I'll put it on top of that. That's just a regular position in life where you just don't know what to do. Everybody comes to that crossroad, right? But now imagine you're at that crossroad and you have tragedy. You just lost your mother. You just lost your father. You are sick yourself. Children get sick all the time. You know what I mean? Like, then what? Then you're weighing what you already don't know with now all of these super burdens. And it's like, even in those moments, don't give up, you know? And again, I definitely understand what you mean in that space of just really needing to know, you know, what's going on. Because finding your purpose, to me, is the greatest equalizer in life. That's it. It's not money. It's not prestige. It's not any of that. Your purpose. Your purpose. That's it.
Do you remember at what age you feel like you found your purpose?
Last week Tuesday. You know, every day I am repurposed. And that's the thing about purpose. You can't really know. I think every day up until now that got me here was purpose, whether I recognized it or not. But the difference is now, see, every day in my life, God does something new. So that's my purpose, to find what is that newness of the day. What really is the day about? Who do I really help? Because people can absorb your time. You have to also protect your purpose. It's yours. Nobody else cares about it like you do. It's fact.
I agree. All right, we've talked about this book, but we haven't mentioned the name. Tell the people the name of the book.
Do you got a drum roll over there? No, okay, so the book.
Hold on. I got a beatbox. Hold on. I got a beatbox because I'm part of this.
Hey!
Here we go. That's all I got.
Okay, here we go. You want the name of the book?
Let's go.
On your show? Okay, listen, so the name of the book is called The Adventures of Olivia Glass and Turkeyboy. That's it.
All right, how did you come up with those names?
Okay, so I told you how I first started telling the story to my young sons at the time, and they were boys. So the story first started out when we first just telling it, when we were talking about it. It started out with a male turkey. So they were boys, so I made this book about boys. Then their older sister got in on the got in on the act. And so we, then, like I said, the story just grew. So then Olivia Glass became, part of it. And, the poor turkeys, they really needed some human help. You know what I mean? So it just, it just kind of grew. And then I like the name Olivia. I've always really liked that name. I only have one daughter, so her name is not Olivia. So this Olivia is kind of like my daughter, and by extension. And then Glass, just kind of, when I was writing the book up, like I said, it just grew over time. It was like, she needs a last name. What's your last name? So I was like, Glass. So these are what I call divine downloads. Also, things you get as a side order with your purpose. You get divine downloads.
Okay.
And God just tells you what to do. And even, if you don't understand, there's that space where we have to also agree. We have to agree about this thing about us. We have to be present in those decisions.
All right. And I've been wanting to ask this question since we started talking. How were you able to, year after year after year, remember where you left off on the story when you weren't writing it down?
Well, when you read the book, you're going to understand, because it's that compelling and captivating that you really take it with you. You take it with you from year to year to year, and that's what we did. And that's what we really are praying that the readers do, because that's what we did. And that's an excellent question, because that's exactly what we did. It just stayed with us. It just stayed with us from the very first time I told them. I said, hey, guys, I'm going to tell you a story. It was a very rough Thanksgiving. I was in, this crazy abusive relationship. You understand? Probably had just literally got punched in the eye, okay?
Whoa.
So that night, and I'm telling you, and it's a fact, because the person who abused me, I kept telling him, God is not going to allow this. Right now, today, he's serving 3 life sentences with no chance of parole for hitting on me. And look at me, fulfilling my purpose, okay? Point is, he was so abusive. Then I just needed to kind of create a space for me and my kids so we could just go away and laugh and not be free of any problems and act like things went wrong, but that we could have a space that existed just between us where we could just talk about this story. It could be our thing. If we said Turkeyboy around anybody, nobody would know what we were talking about. And it just became our thing, our language of healing.
Man,
and so we remember.
That is awesome. Now, this book definitely, it reaps family and family value. Who are involved in creating this book? as you told us your kids and your grandkids, what was their involvement when it came to bringing this thing to life? And also, real in a nutshell, tell the importance of family value to you, because you mentioned abusive relationship. I also read that obviously you're now in a very healthy relationship. So tell me the importance of family value and the support of your family, and what was their involvement in the book.
Oh, okay. So first of all, my boys at the time, I think the oldest one was probably around 13, so I'm telling him the story. You understand? At 13 at that, okay? So he's letting his mama tell him a made-up story that she's making up off the top of her head to escape the craziness, you know? So that's one thing he did, was just listen. He just was willing to listen at that age. And you know they don't do that often. But he listened. And then his younger brother was about 4 years younger. So, you know, he definitely listened. And so that's the first thing they did, was they allowed me to tell the story, to let it out. And then once I started kind of putting it on paper about 2 years ago, what they did is they would listen to it over and over and over, you know, to make sure, like, this was good, and that I remember this, and Mom put this part, and did you know, so they really helped to kind of craft it in its final form, and really gave it a lot of energy in wanting other people to read it. So they did that. And then my son Anthony, he, you know, did the illustration on the cover, and so we're really excited. So it's really truly a family project. And yes, when you say family, I am in a very healthy space, you know, for, you know, 15 years. It's been a while since all of that stuff happened. Like I said, the book has been in our hearts for years. But it is important, I think. Again, I don't keep saying it, but it is the theme. Back to purpose. When you understand what you're made for, you know how to allow yourself as a vessel to be used. So if you know you're made to hold, you know, riches, then you're not going to allow people to trample over you with their boots. You're not going to allow it when you understand your purpose. And the righteous indignation at which you will defend your rights as a human being to pursue your God-given goals and purpose and desires will push all of that back. Like, it will be so difficult for it to illuminate and really reach you. It's kind of like, you know, no weapon formed against us will prosper, and that's why. Because when we are focused, when we are purposed, and, you know, refuse to quit, that's the whole thing. You can't quit either now. But when you're really purposed, you won't quit, because you can't quit, because every day you know God is going to what? Provide for you the things the course he set you on, he's going to provide.
All right, real quick before we go. All right, I'm gonna put you on the spot, but I'm gonna ask a question before I let you answer and put you on the spot question. So I'm gonna put
90 seconds.
Do you have the book close at hand right now?
I do not, but I think I can pull up the manuscript.
All right, let me tell you why. Because when I started this radio show over 15 years ago, and I always said I just want to talk to the best upcoming rappers and singers. And as I got older and I started talking to authors, playwrights, just different walks of life, because now the show is about people who shape our community. When I used to always just want rappers to freestyle on my show. So when I started interviewing authors, I created what I call the author's freestyle, where I let the author read or tell us a portion of the book, whether it's the prelude, just give us a portion of the book as a freestyle or a lyric. You kind of understand where I'm going with it?
Yeah, you just told me that. Okay, let me pull it up. Let me see. And I'll just read like the opening chapter, because that's what a lot of the people who, you know, are enjoying the book.
Okay, and before now, while you're pulling that up, I want to ask the question, because the audiobook features some very talented people. How did that come about? Like, how did you? First of all, I'm a huge Dallas Cowboy fan. So how did you get David Irving on the book?
So, okay. So, again, back to God hooking it up. And definitely making it happen. You know, once you step out in faith, I happen it's going to be so hilarious, but David Irving and I just ran it to each other randomly, professionally on social media. Okay, that's how we began our journey together. And he was like, "Yeah, I'll be on your book, girl. Yes, I'll be on the audiobook." And of course, you know, there are certain characters in the book who are hilarious. I mean, it's all really fun, but certain characters just have such a huge, big personalities. And one of them is the character of Auntie Gladys. So we employed the help of Neffeteria Pugh, who is Keisha Cole's sister. But her, you know, if you know anything about Neffe, I know you cover the urban market. Neffe has an incredible voice, and she really carries that character on the audiobook. So we're really excited about that. And then right now, if you go in order, you can get the soundtrack that's being written and produced by Bishop Cortez Vaughn. And he just won a 2018 Billboard Music Award. He won a 2018 Stellar Award, a 2018 ASCAP Rhythm and Soul Award. So the soundtrack is free. You're going to get it for free. And it's going to accompany the book. And it kind of supported the theme of purpose and destiny. And how do we stand? What should our stance be at the crossroads in life? So we're very excited.
Okay. Now, 2 more questions before I let you read that portion of the book. Question number 1, how can people...
Oh, shit, the book. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
How can people get the book? Where is it available for download or physical copies? Let people know how to purchase the book.
You can get the book at Amazon.com, and definitely go to, listen, this is so big. Go to Olivia, back up, all the way back, backspace. Go to Adventures of Olivia Glass.com, because when you go there, you can join our Glass House community. And when you join the Glass House community, you can actually enter to get a free smile makeover from the celebrity orthodontist, Dr. Bobby. So not only do we want to make you laugh with the book and, have a positive outlook on any circumstance, we want you to also have a beautiful smile. So everybody should really get over there and visit it and subscribe, because, all you got to do is email, and if she picks you, you win. That's it. So it's fun.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to get me a new smile, so I'm right here now.
Go there. I'm trying to tell you, Dr. Bobby is the celebrity orthodontist. Like, she's not going to mess your teeth up. She's amazing. You just have to be a subscriber, send in the email. I think it's like 150 words or less. Why you need that smile? You could get picked. And they pay for your flight and whatever hotel, when you add it to New York, so who don't want that trip? It's all fun.
All right. And how can people reach you on social media?
You can reach me on social media at Jean Chouteau, and that is JeanChouteau.
And that's Instagram, Twitter, everything? Facebook, Audiobook?
Pretty much, everything. Or you can hit me up. Yeah, that's pretty much all my stuff. I'm pretty much on Instagram. I told you I'm a grandma now. Don't stress me about no social media.
All right. Now, as we close this thing out, and I get you to read this passage from the book, you mentioned that you was in the music business. How did you enjoy your journey in the music business? And did you ever represent anyone that made it to a large level?
Well, I worked with Black Rob back in the day. So,
Whoa.
He had a short little stint over at Bad Boy.
Whoa.
I did get one of my artists, Latangela, signed to KG, from Naughty by Nature. He had that label, Divine Mill. So, I had some success, but I'm trying to tell you, when I take all of that experience, and now look, I'm able to attach a soundtrack to my book. So I need to understand music. So it's like, don't even look at things that you've had. I didn't manage Rihanna. I didn't discover Beyonce. But the things that I did do, they're still with me now because they were very real experiences that were preparing me for where I'm going now, because I'm able to now take and put together a soundtrack that helps support this story, this fantastic story. So all of those things, and I still work in music. I still work in music. You can never get out of music. It never lets you free.
You're right. You're
and
right.
I still work in TV, you know.
You're right, because someone is always knocking on your door, the cousin of the mama of the grandmama that you manage, and done told them you do music.
This is a fact.
Oh.
This is a fact.
Okay, so.
I am scrolling through what? Yeah.
You ready to take us out?
No, because you were talking to me. I can't scroll and talk to things. Just give me like a few minutes. I might go ahead and, oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me see.
Do you want the beatbox? Or nah?
No, I want no beatbox. I wish you would have told me this. That's not fair. Audience, that's not fair. You didn't tell me any of this.
You're right. I should have.
All right. Let's go. You should have really done so. All right. All right. So I'm going to read right here. It's very short, okay?
Okay.
All right. In 2 days, he was going to finally have all the knowledge that separated boys from men. The thought of gaining access to the mysterious man-making consciousness has left him feeling giddy. Finally, he would get to understand what coming of age